Alright, welcome back to the channel, guys. What I want to do on this video is the Dinogate bundle that was released Black Friday. I'm going to move it up to the front. And the reason I chose the Dinogate bundle is because I want to get my existing guys stronger. They're one of the smaller ones that I can deal with. And let me just do a little bit of movie magic, by the way. And I moved it to the front with the movie magic. And again, the movie magic is just pausing the video, pausing the recording, closing the game out, and then starting over. Not that crazy. There's a couple of things I'm hoping for. I hope that I don't hit the 5,000 cap. That's one. Two, that a lot of these guys get another rank up. And I'm just, shrinking the amount of crystals that I have. After it, what I'd hope to do is get rid of the... Ooh, what did I get already? Probably 3 stars. Not a big deal. What I also wanted to do is make sure that this video doesn't get abundantly long. I don't want a 30-minute video. These are all going to be dupes, so I feel like it's going to be fairly quick, maybe a 15-minute video. But a chunk of the problem is going to be that when we do the 10 at a time, it takes a little bit of time for them to connect to the server. Like it takes 10 seconds to connect to the server, but it only takes 2 seconds to show the 10 things. It's a little annoying, but unfortunately it is what it is. This makes me want to get the 5-star sludge. The minor gripe with that bundle is that I'm not hating on medics, but Ratchet's in there. And I already have a 5-star first aid, a 5-star Minerva, and a 5-star wheeljack. So do I really need another 5-star medic? And the easy answer is no. But all the 5 stars are good regardless, Again, it's just, what do I need a 5-star medic for? At least 5-star sludge, he's a good walker and fights, I can't really see myself using his special too many times, no matter if you crank him all the way up to ability 10 or ability 11 if he has one. And I might not have put enough details into what the Dinogate bundle is. Now, I know over here it says Dinobot Crystal, but I think 2 Black Fridays ago, they had a Dinobot bundle that was priced at $10, but had $100 worth of crystals and loot and stuff in there. And when players went to buy multiple $10 bundles, Space Ape saw it, and then they, did their crisis management control center nonsense, and they were like, refund everybody the bundles except for one bundle, which made complete sense. Some of the players that opened it immediately got away with it. Regardless, it was what they dubbed Dinogate. A year later, they created a $10 bundle that had $100 worth of stuff for the players. I'm sure one reason was to gauge engagement, you know what I mean? They wanted to see if people were going to buy it. And you can see right here, I bought 2 of those on this account. For those who had Decepticon mains, they did similar with the Predacons, as in Predaking Predacons, the G1 guys. And I did the same thing on a previous video where I bought 2 of those and then opened those 2 bundles. Similar to this, I think it was like, what, 840 crystals? I don't remember. I already forgot. It was 820, 840 crystals, whatever the magic number was. Yeah, I think it was 840 because it's what, 420 times 2? Maybe. Regardless, they, treated to the players to it, which was a nice thing of them. And then on top of that, there's the metrics to how players are willing to buy things. And before you think like, oh, that's a little bit of a stretch, they sent out a newsletter, and like that specific newsletter stands out because if your main faction is one thing, why would they ask a question of how often do you buy bundles for your alt faction, And that's strictly to gauge how people buy things because, truth be told, again, some of the hating comments and thoughts and stuff can, hold it down. But these businesses need to make revenue to continue doing stuff like this. I know the player base tends to hate it, but it's like, oh, you're milking us for every penny. And it's the truth. That's what, separates friends and family and businesses, It's the almighty dollar. What I haven't been doing a good job of is scrolling through what comes after unlocking 10 at a time. I know I saw some 4-star crystals. I was happy to see some 5-star crystals. What I would like to see are some G medals. Oh, you know what I should have done? I should have probably just waited until they made like a sludge G1 core. But whatever the case. Does everyone know? Sludge doesn't have one and Slug doesn't have one, right? Snarl recently got one. Well, there goes my window. The whole point was to open these up. If now I'll still probably do it. If they, like offered another $10 bundle that had $100 worth of goodies, I'd buy it. I know that don't sound like a good thing, but I've said it before. I don't think I've said the opposite in beginning videos, but I am a pay-to-win player, and this between base defense type games, which I love, or let me rephrase that, I really like base defense games. I love Transformers. So combining these two things together, they I'm their audience. I'm not sure if Space Ape was like, hey, how do we take advantage of, people who were born in the 80s who grew up on Transformers. I don't think Space Ape had that thought process. I'm sure Hasbro has that thought process. All the big corporations are like that. They're like, we have an IP, intellectual property. How do we make money off of it? And that's why you see a lot of these like nostalgia factor reboots, all these things randomly coming up that are old, that are now new again. Yeah, well, you know what the good news is that I'm going to have so many snarls that I'm going to be probably melting. How many would that be? So it takes, what is it, 10 gold cores to make a G metal. And it takes, what, 10? So, wow, I have to have 100. I have to have 100 G1 silvers to make 10 G1 golds, which in turn makes 1 G metal. Not too big of an issue. And the question is what weighs better, right? Melting those 10 to make another core stronger, or, you know, upgrading them. That's a good one. 2 4 stars. And plus on top of that, you see right there, there's random gold ones, so that should make it a little bit easier for me. Do I think I'm gonna get a 5-star from opening these 840 crystals? No. Will I get reasonably closer? Maybe halfway, if I'm lucky. It's going to be a little crazy to think that if I got all the 5 stars, which isn't a realm of possibility, right? Because if you have all the 2s, guess what? Next is all the 3s, then what? All the 4s, and then the next goal is to get all the 5s. I didn't count how many 5s I have. I just know, there's a lot of 3 stars and 4 stars. And I think on one of the streams they even said, they can make every one of them 5 stars because, obviously the first idea was to make everything a 2-star. They didn't go down the 1-star route. It's not worth their time. That's why you can see we don't get any more bronze cores. But the idea still makes sense, It's like they were like, they can make everybody a 5. Question is, when? And that's on them to decide. I'm trying to remember, like, they even said it on a previous team. It had to do with like with the Hasbro thing that they were a part of, but Earth Wars is one of the, probably the Transformers game that has the most amount of Transformers. And they were proud of it. And, we were all happy about it. Looking at the Discord, you can just see people requesting more Transformers. And understandably, this game was based on the 80s cartoon. But it's more than just that, right? They started putting pen to paper on what they wanted from this in the early 80s. I bet you somebody can find a piece of paper showing some type of Transformers drawing maybe in the 70s. A lot of the player bases in their, late 30s and 40s. And they've had multiple series over the decades. So it's like they have rich, long history to pull from. Is there a specific one I would like to see? I really liked, my daughter, when she was younger, we would watch the Robots in Disguise one, not the one from the early 2000s, the ones that came out, I think it was like the late 2010s. And I liked Strong Arm, she liked Strong Arm. And not for nothing, the Transformers isn't a boys only series and franchise. So the more, female empowered characters there are, the better it is. What if I got a gold? What if I got a G metal Snarl? All right. So what this pretty much tells me is like my next 5-star should be the legacy batch that Snarl is in. I think on that one I have Snarl, Perceptor, and RC. I'm not too crazy about my 4-star RC, but you know what? They've revamped her a handful of times. Maybe I shouldn't say a handful. I know they revamped her once, but the game's been out, 7 years? Yeah, they had their 7-year anniversary, so over 7 years. So, RC's pretty good. I think I have her at maybe ability level 6 or 7. So all of a sudden I noticed that she's pretty good. But if you crank her up to like ability 11, she becomes Rook, which is, like, you have to make her better than Rook, not the same as a Rook, Oh, another reason why I chose to open up the 840 crystals for the Dinobots, right? It's because the other big chunks of crystals I have, I know I have over 850. Yeah, look at all these Snarls. All the Snarls I'm getting. I have over 850 premium crystals, but I have every 2 to 4-star Autobot, right? I have 1,000 Decepticon ones. I wouldn't have minded opening that, but I kind of wanted this video to be a little bit quicker. And I think opening 1,000 Decepticons, and trust me, I will open them. But I'm also, I'd also get a little excited and a little annoyed that, like, I think I'm only missing 10 Decepticon 4-stars. That's it. And if I opened 1,000 crystals and I don't get any, I'd like flip. I sent an email to the devs just asking, hey, I have every 4-star Autobot. Can you give me, can you swap out my guaranteed 4-star Autobot for a guaranteed 4-star Decepticon? And, they politely said no. I'll just leave it at that. But it looks like this video, if we're lucky, is going to be under 20 minutes, which I'm happy about. I did not want this to be a 35-minute video. What this pretty much tells me, though, is that when I open up the 1,000 Decepticon crystals, that one's going to be a 30-minute video. Too bad they don't increase the chances of getting a G metal when it comes to like lower starred ones. Like, I remember somebody posted a picture of them opening up a 2-star crystal and somehow getting a G metal of, or I'm sorry, right? Yeah, a G metal for Optimus Primal. And I was just like, yo, not fair. Like, I want that. But this is going to be the last one. If you like the video, go ahead and hit the like button. If you have any constructive criticism, go ahead and leave it down below. And I do make videos every so often, so feel free to subscribe. Thanks a lot, guys. Now let me just grab, wow, look at all this. Look at all the goodies. I have every 3-star Decepticon, otherwise I do the same thing. No, that's taking too much time. I'll let you guys be, alright? Again, have a good one.